Hi guys, and welcome to the Gimme Wrestling podcast. Thank you so much for supporting our videos, for watching, for listening, whatever it is that you do. Don't forget to check out Wrestling Rewind, which is done by me and Anthony. Don't forget to check out the NXT UK weekly episodes done by Anthony and Ollie. Obviously, these wrestling thoughts coming off the cuff of various announcements that happened through the week. So I appreciate your support with them as well. I want to talk to you about Daniel Bryan's special announcement. He's on holiday at the moment, so he ain't going to be announcing anything soon. It's been pushed back from the last couple of weeks of SmackDown. I think it is going to be that Daniel Bryan goes to 205 Live. There's a lot of talk that 205 Live will be merging with NXT due to lack of ratings for 205 Live. I think it's an exceptional program, 205 Live, in terms of in-ring talent. And can you imagine if Daniel Bryan went to NXT, if Daniel Bryan went to 205 Live and 205 Live and NXT merged? Pete Dunne versus Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan, Humberto Carrillo, which I think is a fantastic young performer, facing Daniel Bryan would be great. And not only that, a guy like Adam Cole facing off against Drake Maverick from 205 Live. So 205 Live and NXT coming together there. It would be exceptional, and it would, with Daniel Bryan in 205 Live / NXT, it would elevate the brand, it would inspire others, it would motivate others. Daniel Bryan has nothing left to achieve. He's won tag titles, he's won world titles, he's been a general manager. He is... we talked about in my previous Bray Wyatt video how Mick Foley was so giving to other performers and other artists in the ring. Daniel Bryan is a modern day Mick Foley, not just because of the beard, but he is that giving, he is that supportive. You've seen it throughout his career. Daniel Bryan's probably gone to Vince, he's probably gone to people in the back and said, I want to go back down. So, and I've said this before, I shouldn't say back down to NXT. NXT has more clout these days than either Raw or SmackDown. But Daniel Bryan says, I want to go to NXT. I want to go to 205 Live. And it is more likely to be 205 Live at this point before it melds with NXT, I think. But he said he wants to go to NXT or 205 Live, and he wants to have these feuds. He wants to elevate the brands. Again, NXT doesn't really need that much elevation. 205 Live certainly does. I'm looking back at the roster, guys like Oney Lorcan, who has been exceptional on NXT, is also on 205 Live now. We talked about Jack Gallagher, Humberto. Guys like Brian Kendrick versus Daniel Bryan would be incredible. And then on the NXT side of things, Velveteen Dream versus Daniel Bryan would be incredible. There is no end to the amount of exceptional feuds Daniel Bryan could have with members of the 205 Live and NXT rosters if he were to make that transition, if that was his special announcement. Daniel Bryan said on SmackDown Live he needs to go somewhere he's never been before, and this is it. It's got to be 205 Live. I think it's 205 Live. Obviously, I want to see not only the roster elevated because Daniel Bryan's there, but I want to see Mike Kanellis, who's lounging in 205 Live, although he has had a spot on Raw recently, a very embarrassing spot with his partner Maria. But I want to see Mike Kanellis do something more valuable. I want to see Gentleman Jack Gallagher do something more valuable. Heck, I want to see the Singh brothers, who I think are gold, do something more valuable with their time. Akira Tozawa is another one. There's no end to the talents on 205 Live that could be elevated with the exposure that Daniel Bryan will bring to the brand. And obviously NXT. NXT is amazing. It's an incredible brand. Keith Lee's there. Pete Dunne's there now. There's a consistent talent exchange going to happen between NXT UK and NXT now. So there's no end to the positives of Daniel Bryan going to 205 Live and then 205 Live merging with NXT, but also the amount of feuds that would be generated from not from 205 Live and NXT merging. A guy like Tony Nese is incredible, but I could see him as an NXT champion. He's been a Cruiserweight champion, but I think he's a potential NXT champion as well. So, there are no end to the dream feuds if this was to happen. I do believe that Daniel Bryan's secret announcement is going to be that he's going to 205 Live. It might even tie in maybe this early to NXT and 205 Live merging, and that announcement, who knows? But I think that's coming if it doesn't come when Daniel Bryan announces. I think what will happen is that Daniel Bryan will go and announce he's going to 205 Live, and then months later, a couple of months down the line, we will see 205 Live and NXT merging. Daniel Bryan may, of course, yo-yo between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT again, like Kevin Owens has done in the past to build brand awareness. What do you think? This has been a short one in the spirit of conversation ahead of the week's events. What do you think Daniel Bryan's announcement is? I don't think it's going to come this week. I think he's still on holiday. Do you think it's 205 Live? Do you think it's NXT? And what do you think of the brand merger between 205 Live and NXT? If and when it happens. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you again very soon. Don't forget to follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, /Gimme a Hull. Yeah, we also have a Redbubble and a Patreon. If you want to buy some merch and support what we do, just Google Gimme a Hull. Yeah, I've been Dom Smith. My partner in the podcast is Anthony Nayland. Ollie Strong as well. We all really support your work. We support your listening, your work in listening to our voices, our distinctly northern. I think Ollie's from down south, but our distinctly mine and Anthony's distinctly northern twang. We appreciate your efforts to understand us and listen to what we do. Let me know in the comments what you think of the 205 Live merger with NXT, or the potential 205 Live merger, and do you think Daniel Bryan is off to 205 Live? Thank you very much, and I've been Dom, and we'll see you soon. Keep it gay.